Hi everyone, my name's Chris. I worked for Greenpeace for many years, and I've had the privilege of sailing twice with them. Once on the Arctic Sunrise, which is kind of why we're here. It's the ship that was boarded by armed Russian Coast Guards, and all 30 crew members were put in jail in Russia. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact date. And then the other time I sailed with Greenpeace was last summer. I had the privilege of sailing on the Greenpeace ship Esperanza to Alaska to both watch and monitor the oil drilling that Shell wanted to do there, and to document the marine life that existed in the Arctic that is mostly unexplored and undocumented, and it's crazy that we want to go destroy it before we have a chance to actually learn about it. And also to meet with indigenous communities in Alaska and talk to them about their experience of climate change and oil drilling. On that ship, the second mate was Hernan from Mar del Plata in Argentina. And Hernan was the second mate on the Arctic Sunrise when it was detained. And I just thought it'd be useful to mention the person that I know that's now in custody in Russia. Hernan is a lifelong sailor. He was part of the Argentine Merchant Marine before becoming a sailor with Greenpeace. He's the coach, or a coach, in the Argentine national surf team, and so he's a surfer. And my most distinct memory of him is he busted out this sextant once, the old nautical tool for measuring the stars and navigation, and he was so happy and polished this beautiful brass sextant and went out when we were on the Bering Sea to go and practice and use this ancient, or not ancient, but this old maritime technology. And that's the person that Russia is being, one of the people that Russia is charging with piracy. And that's absurd, because since its beginning, Greenpeace has always stood for principled nonviolence. And violence here is really kind of the crux of the issue. And these activists have gone and peacefully, non-violently protested oil drilling in the Russian Arctic, or it's not even part of Russia, it's international waters, but are getting called pirates by it because the Russian oil industry wants to stop them. But what the real violence is what we're doing to our planet, what we're doing to the 4 million people that live above the Arctic Circle, and really to twist what that means and call these brave protesters essentially violent is deeply wrong. And instead we need to stand for the world that we want, where we live together with nature and together with communities all over the planet, and not for the profits of the oil industry. So I'm so honored that all of you, and thrilled that all of you came out today to show your solidarity with the Arctic 30. These are really brave men and women, but you know, they're not that different from us. We're standing up to the fossil fuel industry here. They want to turn the Port of Seattle into a gateway to the Alaskan Arctic, you know, and so this is all one fight, and it's beautiful that we're standing in solidarity with them.
Thank you, Chris. So yeah, we're here today because, like Chris and Emily have said, 28 Greenpeace activists and 2 freelance journalists were detained by the Russian Coast Guard in international waters. And the only thing that Greenpeace people were going to do was climb up this Gazprom oil platform and do a banner drop to draw attention to the drilling in the Arctic. So it makes no sense for them to be charged with piracy, which could lead to 15-year prison sentences. So several of us here have been arrested before in nonviolent civil disobedience. And you know, there's a lot of problems in this country, but we're still able to get away with it. And in other countries, people get killed and get into a lot more trouble for doing environmental activism. So I really feel for those Greenpeace activists who are in Russia now, you know, and really admire the work that Greenpeace is doing to protect the Arctic, and especially to try and turn the Arctic into a global sanctuary that is protected, just like the Antarctic is. But instead of that, we have all these countries who want to go and, you know, drill for oil and extract minerals and fish and all kinds of stuff. So it's really crazy. So I hope all of you will go and sign the pledge to turn the Arctic into a global sanctuary. And we need to keep on fighting for that. I don't know if Amber, do you want to say a few words?
I would love to.